Yo! What is this, you may ask? I'm not spoiling that yet. Last week I uploaded a video where I talked about what I thought was the most important skill a cuber could have. It was a tutorial on how to tie a knot in your cubing bag. It was a really stupid joke, I know. But today I will make it up to you by talking about what I really believe is the most important thing you need to be able to do as a cuber if you want to progress as fast as possible. Whether you are a beginner or max spark, it doesn't matter. It is something you can apply at every level. Although it would be really cool if you are max spark. Before I'm going to tell you what you need to do, you need to understand this first. This graph represents whatever new thing you learn as a cuber. It could be an OLL, a way to solve a pair, or just AOFing. It can be literally anything. But for the sake of the example, let's just say we are learning a new OLL, just to help you visualize things a bit better. Right here on day 0, you learned a new OLL. And the further you go down the graph, the more time has passed. Thus, the more you have practiced. Unless you don't practice. Just make sure to practice, guys. Now, what about the 2 lines? The pink one is how long it takes to perform the alg. Over time you will get better and better at doing the alg, so your times go down, until you almost can't perform it any faster. Makes sense, right? But what is this other line then? Well, it's a big part of why your alg gets faster. It's how well your alg is ingrained in your brain. In other words, how good your memory is for that algorithm. At first you will need a lot of thought recalling the alg. You mess it up sometimes, you might forget it. Basically your memory for it is really bad. But after a lot of time you start recalling the alg better and better, until the point that you almost don't have to think about it anymore. That's when we start to use muscle memory. Because as a cuber you kind of want to avoid thinking too much and let your muscle memory take over. If you want to know more about this, I created a video called How the Mind of a Cuber Works, where I talked more about this concept, so check it out. All I wanted to illustrate with this graph is whatever new thing you learn as a cuber needs time to get ingrained in your brain. So your times go down and your memory recall gets better, until eventually we don't think about the alg and it is super fast. Now that's awesome, right? But wait, there's a catch. Let's say the OLL algorithm you learned was this one. By the way, if you're saying to yourself right now, oh hey, that's the alg I use, I have to break your spirit, it is not that good. There's obviously a way better alg for it. When you realized there existed a better alg for this case, you switched to the new one. No problem, right? Well, there's actually kind of a big problem. Although the new algorithm is better, it will be way slower at first. Why, you may ask? Since you need to start at day 0 again. You have used the previous alg for so long that you created this reflex of seeing the case and doing the old algorithm. So now you need to rewire your brain for the new algorithm. In other words, you will need to spend a lot of time using the new algorithm before it gets faster as the old algorithm. And the fact that this new algorithm will be slower initially demotivates a lot of people to improve what they are currently doing. Because what I illustrated with this graph isn't just the case for OLL. It goes for every step of your solve. Whenever you change the way you do something, you have to give it some time before it actually starts paying off. And based on all of this, I deduced what I think is the most important skill you need as a cuber. You need to be able to fix your bad habits as soon and effective as possible. The person who can do this the best will improve the fastest. Let's take a better look at this sentence. First of all, what are exactly bad habits? We all create bad habits when we start cubing. You can't learn everything at once as a cuber. Instead, slowly you will learn better ways to solve certain things. It being solving your cross better, solving your F2L pairs in a better way, rotating less, better algorithms, you tell me. In that sense, everything that's less optimal or advanced than the best way you are aware of is a bad habit. Knowing this, it makes sense to fix these bad habits as soon as possible. Fixing a bad habit earlier in the process won't just make it easier, but it will also save you a lot of time, which of course means that you will improve faster. Time is the most valuable asset we have as humans, so don't just give it away, start fixing your bad habits. But when you do fix your bad habits, you need to do it effectively, which means that being aware of your bad habits isn't enough on its own. You need to actively fix them. And this is usually the most difficult step. Often we are aware of the things we can improve, but we still keep doing our bad habits because we are used to them. And thinking about how to do something better during a solve takes time, which leads to worse solves, which we don't want as cubers. So we tell ourselves afterwards, oh, I should have done this instead. I'll do it the next time. But you won't do it the next time. Not if you fix your bad habits first. If you notice you did a pair in a bad way, stop your timer and think of a better way to solve the pair. If you can't think of an alg right away, stop the timer and look it up. You can't immediately find your first pair? Take more time to find it anyways. Really do it, don't be lazy. Start thinking about these things. I know I said before that you're not supposed to think, but listen to this. You want to get to the point that you don't think about stuff anymore, but you also need to make sure that this stuff you don't think about are good habits. So when you do fix your bad habits, make sure that you replace them by something better. Because if you're just going to replace your bad habit by another bad habit, then you will have to redo the whole process, and that's not cool. So how could you practice this? There is a lot of controversy regarding slow solves, whether they are good or not for your look ahead. But what I know they are really useful for is being aware of how you solve, being observant of every move you do. Because when you turn slower, it will be easier to spot your bad habits. That's why I think that doing these slow/casual solves just to review your bad habits is really beneficial. Because when you don't care about your time, it will be easier to take some time to fix your bad habits. So if there's one thing you should take from this video, it is that you need to form the habit of fixing your bad habits right away. And I hope I made it clear why that is. But if you do have questions regarding the video, just ask them. I'm in a responsive state. I don't know if that was English, but it just means that I will likely respond to your comment. I feel like I need to solve a cube because I haven't held one in the entire video. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it one. If you want Pablo to be alive next video, make sure to subscribe. Anyways, I guess I will see you in the next video. Ciao.